What's going on, guys? Scar coming at you with another Magic the Gathering video. Today's video we dive into my budget dogs video. I went over in my previous video about some budget decks I kind of came up with. Today we're going to be diving into some gameplay. Going to be playing the deck in the rank ladder, see how it overall performs. I'll be honest, I've been a little lacking on playing a lot of Magic the Gathering, so I really haven't played other than maybe making these decks as much as I would like to. So we do have to do some catch up on the ranked ladder, so we are still, I think, sitting in silver tier or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I've been just messing around with just building decks. I haven't really played any ranked, so I am a little behind on where I thought I would be at this point in the month of October. But with that being said, let's dive into the deck and see what we're kind of trying to do here. If you didn't see the budget deck video, the post will be somewhere in the beginning here, probably somewhere up in the card that you'll see as you're watching this. You can click on that and actually check out all the decks if you want to see them. But first and foremost, let's check out the budget dogs. So overall, the strategy here is to pretty much play a lot of dogs, get the board very, very wide. Everything's relatively cheap in the deck. The most expensive card being 3. One key card in the deck is actually the Houndmaster, as it is a 2/2 for 2, but the ability to allow us to search our deck for more dogs to pretty much put them to our hand to add fuel to the fire is pretty good. He allows us to search for 2 dogs, and then his second ability is whenever he attacks, he gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So with our board being very small and very cheap, we can play a lot of dogs. You can get pumped up and then swing in for big damage. We do run a couple of spot removal cards like Shock, so that is our one way to kind of, get in some damage and allow ourselves to get through for some damage. We also run Alpine Hellhound, a new card from Zendikar Horizon, which has landfall. It gives a +2/+2 until end of turn where we play a land. So initially it's a good 1-drop for 0/1, and then on turn 2 you possibly have a 2/3, which is pretty solid. We have Selfless Savior for some protection, just in case they decide to spot remove our Houndmaster or get rid of anything on the board that we kind of want to save to not get killed. And we have Fight as 1 as well, because we play a couple humans. Fight as 1 is good because it's a 1 mana +1/+1 indestructible for non-humans and humans, so it's pretty good in that sense. So we can give 2 things +1/+1 on a single turn if need be. As well as we run the pack leader, which is the overall dog lord. It gives all our other dogs +1/+1, and whenever it attacks, prevent all combat damage will be dealt to dogs we control this turn, so allowing us to attack in aggressively. Pretty much the only way they can get rid of the pack leader is spot removal, so if they don't have spot removal, we're going to get in a lot of damage, which is very good in that sense. And then we got the Bolt Hound, which is like our board pump, which essentially it's a 3 mana 2/2 haster that whenever it attacks other creatures we control +1/+0 until end of turn. So as we kind of get to turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, and hopefully having some dogs on the battlefield that aren't dying, Houndmaster is going to allow us to stack in super aggressively and hopefully finish our opponent off. With that being said, let's kind of see how we do. Like I said, I haven't really messed around with the meta ladder as much. I'm going to assume we're going to run into a lot of rogues, so that is going to be a given here. Let's see if we can get very aggressive against our opponent and get some victories out of it. All right, we're on the play. A part of me wants to play the tap land, and then on turn 2 I can just be a little aggressive, so I think I'll keep. So we are in the silver tier. The problem is if I don't play the land tapped, it's gonna make it awkward for turn 2 because I can't play into my red things, so I'll have to wait for things to be tapped. All right, so our opponent's either playing something budget friendly or they're playing something as well with tap gain lifelines. A part of me wants to play this so I can play in Bolt Out on turn 3. Also, I don't know why the game feels like it's running kind of slow. All right, time to get aggressive because it looks like our opponent is playing possibly some sort of like control style deck. Let's get the board wide. Zero for a wall. It looks like they're playing like a blue-white control deck, so that's a possibility here. That's fine. I do like how whatchamacallit keeps priority. I'm sure they're gonna block something. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's just make sure that gets killed in the process. If they have a board wipe, that's kind of bad news bears for us, but we can sacrifice this to keep something, so that's also good. So let's see what happens. Part of me is like, do we keep? I think we keep the cur because it can get bigger. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. I don't think it's too big of a deal. I mean, we don't really have anything that gives anything protection from a particular color. That is super good right now. We'll attack in. And then we'll play the Seasoned Hallowblade. And we'll end turn. Alright, they have to dig for something. Maybe something to get in the way, because I think it's actually game next turn if they don't do anything here. They do not have a board threat. I think Alpine Howlmaster by itself with the attackers we have will wipe the board. And that's fair. They needed that. Alright, so it looks like they're either playing like mono or like blue weight. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Let's get another one of these and a these. And then we'll swing in. I didn't miss lethal, right? I have 4. No, he'd be at 1 if I did it that way. Alright, so I can save 2 things if they decide to board wipe. Alright, they're gonna frantic here, probably looking for an answer. Don't know if they run board wipes. I think I'm okay. Okay, yeah. I think I was okay because I can discard a card for this and I can save something for that. All right, our on the play. Our hand seems not great, but if we can draw into dogs, we're gonna be good. So we'll keep. I think next turn we play oops. Interesting. Do I want them to get the 1 up on us is the question, because I could shock it. I don't want you to get the extra mana producer, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna slow you down because they could play something for 3 mana turn 2, so I wasn't about that life. Make them rethink their plan. All right, looks like we're playing some sort of food deck, which is okay, I guess. All right, let's play the doggo in turn. I need to draw a land, which would be really good here, but at the same time, do I want to draw land because we're gonna run out of answers. They're also playing green right now, so it's actually good for us in the sense that they don't really have any spot removal. They have to have like a direct spot removal, and they don't have a creature on the board, so they can't really like fight it at the moment. Because I don't think they could play a fight spell and play a creature, but they'd have to sacrifice a creature because I can't really think of any 2 mana or 3 mana cards that could also fight and also become a creature. I guess they're analyzing their hand here, being like, do I keep mana open maybe to eat? Do I play something? They're already in the think tank, so I'm not really sure what they're trying to think of right now. That's fine. You can eat, I guess. Sure. Well, the other thing too is we can protect our stuff. I have no hand, but might as well get aggressive, you know? If ooze was their plan, it's not a great one. Trailer crumbs doesn't really help them here because, okay, they're gonna eat food, I guess, because it's all they're doing. All right, well, we didn't draw anything. So they're gonna cancel out a good chunk of the life. I'll keep the card in my hand just in case we do something here. But they really need to figure something out here. Okay, they're so they're gonna gain 3 life, so they're at 9. All right, that's fine. We'll let them play it. I'm assumption is that they're gonna play that and actually fight something. Resolve. Yeah, we'll just yeah, I think the best way to do this is target human, target non-human, target human, target non-human. It's fine. All right, eat your food. Or not. I forgot to eat their food. To at least have a blocker. We're on the play. Hand is kind of awkward because we don't have any red mana, but hopefully we can draw into it. Part of me also thinks I should just to mulligan, but I'm gonna keep because we can play at least 2 cards and then hopefully draw into mana until then. I think turn 1 Ginger Brew, turn 2 Hollow Blade, and hopefully have red mana for turn 3. Playing something black. Okay, sweet. I think I still Hollow Blade here. Part of me still thinks Hollow Blade just on the basis of it's a 3/1, whereas the Houndmaster will take a little time to set up. Plus, it's indestructible, so if they have any spot removal, it's like we have something for it. Yeah, you can see my hand, but there's no spells. So you can look at it, it's pretty, right? We'll get some more dogs. You and you. I mean, he's gonna see my whole hand, so it's not a big deal. You can block. We'll pump. Just be aggressive, you know? Just being aggressive. They can kill the Alpine Houndmaster next turn, or this turn if they want to, because that will be very troublesome. But they can't do multiple things, like they can't kill multiple creatures because I can play Bolt Hound and have like a very aggressive next turn. I mean, they know it's coming, so it's like, it's one or the other here at this point. All right. I wonder if there's a spot removal spell. I don't know. Let's play the Bolt Hound because they only have 1. So you have to decide to kill the Houndmaster or allow the kill the Bolt Hound before attacks. I mean, either or is bad. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of damage. Okay. That's perfectly fine. You still take 8 damage, so you're at 6. I know black isn't very forgiving in the sense of what it has for like removal, except for murder and some sort of spot removal cards, but a lot of the removal can hurt you, or draw cards can also hurt you, so it's like I'm kind of curious as to what they're gonna do. That's fine. Oh, that's great, right? That's game. I think that's game with this one. because these alone are lethal. So they only have one blocker, and then they're going to take 6 from somewhere. We're on the play. We have no red mana, but you know, might as well. I also been really lucky with having no red mana in our open hand, so I mean we can still be very aggressive. If we draw red mana by the time turn 3 comes around, I think it's pretty good there. Playing black, it looks like. Possibly rogues is my assumption. All right, looks like we're playing some sort of cycling, so maybe we could get more aggressive than the cycling deck. We'll have to wait and see. I'm unsure. Yes, it gives it even more protection. Like, I have indestructible and discarded for indestructible. They're looking at Self the Savior. I guess maybe they have a spell for it. Pack leader, that's fine. Our rescuer. Yeah, you're good, dude. You're good, dude. Pass to attackers. My turn. They're tapped out, so they can't really actually do anything. But we're gonna play Bolt Hound because we're gonna get aggressive. Because the goal is here is that we want to be more aggressive than our opponent with their cycling. And right now we do a lot of damage on this swing. They're taking it. Okay. They must have a plan. They make blockers, so that's good for them, right? Now, if we draw like a Houndmaster or something, right? It's a good thing for us. Our pack leader, I mean, not Houndmaster. Or another Bolt Hound actually be really good. You know that thing I just realized, because the deck they're playing, they can't play spells more than 2. So what is their end game here? Just to cycle? Because they actually can't play a card that normally I would see in cycling. Interesting, I just realized. Take action. We will take both. Play a land. I'll swingy swing. To blockers. I feel like you can't take the beat in, dude. You gotta start blocking. Like, this turn you should block, because that is more than half your life total they have left. I don't know what your strategy is here. Alright, so you're gonna take 6. We'll play another one. And turn. Alright. So they can make 2 blockers next turn. They can get Lurrus to their hand, which I don't think helps them. That doesn't help them. I don't have any removal protection, so if they do have removal protection, I don't have anything against that. So they can have a total of 3 blockers next turn. If I get another Bolt Hound or something, that'd be glorious. Alright. That's sweet. I feel like you should have played that earlier. You can only get that to a 2/2. They're not gonna do anything about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be as aggressive as possible because, I mean, why not? I can wipe their whole board here with this aggression, and they can only make 1 blocker. So I did not see that coming. Oh no. I mean, I guess they're thinking here is they're gonna make me discard a card, but I would then wipe their whole board. You need to block everything. You're gonna take 2. Oh man. Oh man. These just become indestructible regardless. All right, they have a single card on board now. And I'll just get wider. Because I don't think, unless they can do something, I don't think they can get as wide as me. And I don't know why they didn't block the Bolt Hound. Because that actually was even worse than the Houndmaster. I have no can, so if you ever move... Oh. That's fine. Interesting. I think I get buyback Luris, because I don't think that saves them here. All right. Hey, but 3/3. I'm not seeing it. Unless they have a removal card. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Opponent goes first, so this is the first time we're not playing on the play, but I don't mind our hand because we're going to be able to get fodder. We still don't have a turn 1 play. All right, we got green, something green. All right, looks like someone's playing mono green. Just because I know adventures isn't a thing anymore. Well, I mean it is, but it's not as effective. So my assumption is that they're playing mono green. Mm-hmm. We'll just fill up our hand. Yes, yes. No attacks, end turn. They still can't attack in, but they can put counters on this. Figured. Makes sense. Interesting. So this deck is very counterproductive, I just realized, on the sense that it is going to put counters on things. We'll take the turn off. No attacks. End turn. All right. This is going great for all the cards we have here. We'll play another Houndmaster, I guess, and fill our hand up. Let's get very, very large, I guess, right? That's the goal here. Maybe they're thinking about a fight spell? I don't really know. I mean, eventually my board's just gonna become wider than theirs. That's the thing. Sure. I'm not worried about your +1/+1 counter at the moment. I'm at 21. You don't have trample. So you're not playing anything, which makes it even better for me, I think. Now the real thing is, can I get something here, you know? Again for 1 damage. Don't have haste. You're really gonna play ram through? Interesting. Okay. That seems cool. You could have played it on anything else. We decided to play it on that. Okay. Some people are weird. I mean, I could have done something. Sure. I'm waiting for him to be aggressive, but he's not doing anything weird. Okay, now we win. Now we win. All right, let's be aggressive. I mean, granted, it didn't attack, but you know they got to start making some blocks here. Also, bad move there. Just on the basis of protection. Okay. Okay. Target a human. Which one's blocking? We'll give that one, and give that one. Do I sacrifice? Where's this one going? That one's good. That one's good. That one's gonna die. Yeah, nothing else is gonna die, so it's fine. I'll let the little guy. All right, gain some life. You can get up to 6 life. Take out a Houndmaster. I mean, you can take out the Pack Leader. I mean, Pack Leader is going to be your key here, but I think you have the board's too wide. Unless you got something that wipes the whole board, I think it's GG's. I don't see the play that Mono Green has that just fogs the board essentially a turn. Okay. That's fine. Good game. And we are back to the deck. I mean, overall, I don't think I even dropped a game in this video, and just shows the overall power just being super aggressive against our opponent. Though I will say this, I think we got super lucky in this video because I did go first a lot, if not all the time, and we got lucky on drawing the right proper colors to fix our mana for certain things to happen in our deck. But with that being said, I mean, overall the deck plays fairly well. Houndmaster is great. Hollow Blade creates an interesting scenario for our opponent. We did get to put Pack Leader on the board a couple times, which helped us out in big ways. Fight as One is a great indestructible card. So overall the deck performs fairly well, and the budget's fairly cheap. These are cards that you probably should have acquired over the course of, if you've been playing for a few months, since M21, just because majority of the cards are from M21. Though I will say this, I think the Fight as One is from Ikoria, and you know, Ginger Brute is from Throne of Eldraine, but majority of the cards are from M21 and newer. And that being said, I mean, there are multiple ways that you can take this deck if you do want to continue to build even further, because I would say this, as much as this is great because it's commons and uncommons and just some pack leaders, there are cards you can always upgrade with. You can go one of two ways. I have things in the sideboard here if you are looking at it and being like, why is there like Winota and these things in the deck? So overall the goal of the deck is you go one of two ways. You can add like things like Giant Killer, Bone Crusher Giant, and like Embercleave into the deck, which will allow it to be more aggressive and stay like this, more like, let me just put a lot of things on the battlefield and do a lot of damage. And Embercleave will allow us to just kind of do even bigger damage, allowing other things like Houndmaster and things like that to get, you know, trample and double strike, which would be very strong in the end game. And that is one way you can build the deck, just make it more and more aggressive. The other thing you can do is you can actually add things like Basari's Lieutenant, Haktos, Winota, and make it more like you know, Winota dogs deck, which is actually very strong too, because there's ways for us to get more dogs in the battlefield. A lot of dogs are super cheap, which would create a very strong Winota turn 4 play. That is another way you can do it. I mean, the deck does already have like things like Hound Master and Hollow Blade, but adding like Basar's Lieutenant and Haktos will allow it to just be a little bit more aggressive and hopefully, you know, finish the game by the time you play Winota overall. And that is one of two ways. Also, if you want, you can always add the pathways into the deck. I mean, getting this instead of tap lands is always good, because they keep on being more aggressive, because when you do have to take a turn down to put a tap land into play and wait until your following turn to use the mana, pathway will be a very good alternative, because it will allow you to kind of like you know, get the mana color that you need to fix the mana source that you have, or also even just, you know, just allowing it to come into play not tapped. With that being said, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. It definitely helps out the channel out a lot. If you want to know when I post more videos, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, I will catch you in the next video.